sold my dead bird to a blind kid? Lloyd, what do you... Petey didn't even have a head.
Harry, I took care of it.
So that's Steven Seagal. I used to love watching his movies with my dad and my brothers as a kid, watching him snap necks and kick people in the nuts. He always seemed to be a little weird, and he always seemed like he wanted to be Native American, even though he wasn't. And as he got older, his movies really started to suck, but in a hilarious way, and they'd be all over Spike TV. But it turns out Seagal might be one of the most socially or politically aware celebrities out there.
What is your view of Donald Trump and his presidency so far?
I think that, you know, we have a really unfortunate situation in the sense that even though he was democratically elected, there are so many people out there who don't feel that that's the case, and we have just, you know, a ton of enemies within. Democrats that have this whole other agenda to kind of, when I say Democrats, it's not just the Democrats, but there are this whole group of leftover Obamaites and people who feel that they should really sort of kind of overthrow Trump.
So he's talking about the deep state, of course, and how Trump was elected democratically, and the obstruction that they constantly face from the Democrats, which is, of course, a thing that happens in Washington. It happened against Obama, but we're all really paying attention now, and we're all really seeing how silly it is. I can't have any more electoral college popular vote debates. I can't. They're too stupid. They're very short and pointless. And if you want to argue for the fact that one centralized part of the population should be able to sway the election for the rest of the country, then that's probably because you agree with that segment of the population. Nobody ever complains when they win with the Electoral College, it's only when they lose. So as you can see, Clinton got destroyed. It wasn't even close. You only get small segments of America that actually voted for her en masse, and those are like New York and LA, and then the Portlands and the Seattles, and that's because in these cities that are condensed, everybody tends to follow their pop culture and think alike, so that's why she got all the votes there. And then, of course, all those people are like, oh, the popular vote, which can all be accounted for. If you subtract the difference between Clinton and Trump's popular vote numbers, it can all be more than accounted for just with the California vote. So, get out of my office.
Get out of my office!
Black football players taking the knee as a mark of protest about racial division and injustice in America.
I believe in free speech. I believe that everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I don't agree that they should hold the United States of America or the world hostage by taking a venue where people are tuning in to watch a football game and, you know, imposing their political views. I think it's outrageous. I think it's a joke. It's disgusting.
So he thinks it's pretty much a joke. Like most of us, the last poll I saw was 62%. I posted on another video. But here's why. And I don't want to keep talking about this, but Kaepernick said originally that his protest was against the flag, and he said that he couldn't stand for a flag or country that brutalizes or oppresses people of color and black people, blah, blah. Secondly, Kaepernick went on to wear anti-police socks, depicting them as pigs, of course, communist shirts. So his ideologies here are pretty evident. Third, he is simply wrong. I mean, you can argue that there's too much police violence in general in America, but to say that it is focused on a certain race or anything like that would simply defy all the statistics and show that you're just trusting CNN-style rhetoric that everybody's racist. So of 170 unarmed people that were killed by police last year in America in 2016, there was 41 of them that were black, or 41 or 24%. So if you want to go through all 41 cases individually, you can be my guest, and if you can reasonably demonstrate that what happened in this case was due to racism, then I'm with you. Then we should say that this person or this police department has a problem that needs to be addressed. But to say all cops are racist in general and their practices are all racist, and as a whole every cop just treats black people differently, then I think that's a little much.
Every country is involved in espionage. Every single country. The American spy, the British spy, the Russian spy, we all spy on each other. Let's be honest. However, for anyone to think that Vladimir Putin had anything to do with fixing the elections, or even that the Russians have that kind of technology, is stupid.
This should also be obvious. Everyone's spying on everyone, of course. Obama went over to France to try to sway their election. Everybody's trying to sway everybody's election. Notice that they've gone away from collusion now to just influencing. And you can even find Hillary Clinton saying on audio that they should possibly rig the Palestinian election in their favor. And then they have all the Russian Facebook ads, which were actually very pro-left, very pro-Black Lives Matter, LGBT rights. And it's still Facebook ads. Nobody really pays attention to those anyways, so the argument's really been watered down here and has nothing really substantial about it. Everything is a freak out. Everything is a refusal to accept failure and responsibility, so it's just attack, 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 so that we don't have to be on the defensive for what we believe. The other side is racist and bigots, and if the rest of the public figures out that we're full of it, then all of a sudden there goes our moral high ground. If everything gets exposed that we're doing as the left is actually what we're claiming that the other side does, then party's over, right folks? So I'm going to leave you with another clip of a 90s action star talking about Trump and saying that the world needs him against globalism sort of thing. But before that, YouTube has been hitting me with mass demonetizations. It's just about news. It's not about content. It's nothing controversial. I'm not saying anything controversial. I don't even really swear or show anything with swearing in it. And of course, anything critical of CNN, of course, gets demonetized immediately. So please consider donating to me just $1 a month on Patreon, so I can keep doing this and keep providing you with content, because I love doing this. That's why I started, because I want it to be my full-time job, and I have a ton of ideas, but I can't do it for free because I got to keep the lights on and the fake background going. So
focused, man. I swear I'm focused. These motherfuckers don't know. I'm the motherfucking golden child.